what you're saying. Nani? Get out my business, okay?
What's going on, everybody? We are the Amalgamation and Identity Booth, your host, Heero and Eric. And we got some great news for you on today. Now, shout out to the special group that love us so much in our comment section. They make it a point to always give us a negative ratio. So our hats off to you. Oh, the Jimmy hats. Hats off to y'all, like what I did there. Our Jimmy hats. Some of y'all are busted. Some of y'all are small. Very few of y'all are magnum size, but Jimmy hats nonetheless.
We appreciate you.
So, we do appreciate you. We absolutely appreciate y'all. But okay, Heero. So, I know you don't watch Jimmy that much. Mm-hmm. I'm definitely subscribed. I definitely have post notifications on. I've been watching Jimmy for almost 5 years now. I have disagreed with some things that he said respectfully or maybe disrespectfully at times. I completely wholeheartedly agree with what he's talking about today. And today, Jimmy is calling out the Young Turks once again. Preferably his vitriol is towards Cenk Uygur for calling him a preposterous liar. Now, Jimmy went and found some video of Cenk. This is what, 2015, 2016, advocating for bombing, or maybe it could have been earlier than that, but advocating for bombing Syria. Jimmy makes some really valid points. We've got an 18-minute video that we're not going to play. If you want to watch it, ask us and we'll send you the link to the video. But Heero's going to play a few minutes, mainly Jimmy talking directly to that point and why he thinks it's wrong. Yeah, it's right there down there in the restream. So you please, if you feel so inclined, go watch the video for more context. But we're going to roll this clip, and then here you're going to see Jimmy coming at Cenk when Cenk said that he never advocated for the bombing of Syria, and it seems like he did. Jimmy makes some actually violent comments. Heero, if you want to roll it, let's do it.
Here we go.
So I just wanted to do this because I found the videotape, so I want to show it. So, Aaron and I, as we talked about, have been the targets of a smear campaign by the Young Turks. And Cenk Uygur even went on the Hill to try to smear me as a Nazi. And he got caught lying. And here it is. Everything he's saying, by the way, he could be saying into a mirror. This is huge projection. Again, if you know anything about Jungian psychology, it's huge projection right here. And we're going to show it to you why. We're going to show the facts how it is.
Your thoughts on the ongoing feud with Jimmy Dore, which I know a lot of our viewers are following very closely. Do you have anything to add to his most recent, I would say, comments on that issue?
Everything he says is over the top, ridiculous. It's lies. His lies about me are endless. He says I'm in favor of bombing Syria. I've never said that. He's a preposterous liar. He's a ridiculous liar.
By the way, I caught one.
He's a preposterous liar. I'm a preposterous liar. Well, here we go. Let's just enjoy this video, shall we?
So I'm curious, Jimmy, that you might agree with that, like that this doesn't accomplish much, and hence what's the point? But does that mean that if it did accomplish more, you'd be in favor of it, or no?
He means bombing Syria. Would I be in favor of bombing Syria if it accomplished a lot?
Is this where you go nuclear?
This is where I show another gear. I don't go nuclear. This is where I actually show another gear. Watch this.
So you're against it under all circumstances?
So under all circumstances, I'm against it because it's just more war and there's no reason to it. Certainly not the reason they're giving us. I have a hard time believing that Barack Obama gives a shit about the civilians in Syria. I really don't think he cares. And because if he did care, if that was really this litmus test of innocent people, why aren't we bombing North Korea? Why aren't we bombing?
Because we can't. And isn't that fair? Look, I'm going to take you guys on that, okay? Because so we can't bomb Russia if Russia uses chemical weapons because we don't want to start World War III. You're right, absolutely, right? Okay, but why don't we take the low-lying fruit? Okay, like send a message wherever we practically can.
So not only is Cenk for bombing Syria, he's for bombing anywhere we practically can.
I'm going to stop right here because I want to bring up an interesting point.
Yeah.
I want to bring up an interesting point here. Jimmy Hats, this is one of the rare occasions where I'm going to agree with Jimmy Dore. because, and it's not even.
Hey, we got one. We got one.
And soak it in, y'all. Enjoy this shit while it lasts. But the point that is interesting to me goes over both Jimmy's head and Cenk's head at the same time. And this goes past them being white, brown, black people. Isn't it strange that America, a predominantly white nation, will take pause when bombing another predominantly white nation, but has zero hesitation trying to set an example with a brown nation? Hey, you want to show that you got big balls, go show it to your homeboy. Why you bringing that beef to a bunch of brown and black nations? I find it strange that after World War II, I think a collective white group of people said, why are we killing each other? Why are we lowering our opportunity to reproduce? Why aren't we employing imperialism of Western culture? Why isn't that a thing for us? Like, after World War II, when was the last time some white people fought? I don't know.
Kosovo, the American military, pretty much anywhere the American military in 160 or how many military bases we have? 60?
No, I'm talking about, but have they gone to Germany or Russia talking about square up?
Man, no, they're not doing that. They're not doing it. I mean, it's so much subterfuge and political backbiting that's used now. It's reputation destruction, campaign rigging, smearing. It's all kinds of these underhanded schoolyard tactics now. It's the war of public opinion versus an actual physical war. Nobody actually wants to blow stuff up.
Well, for me, I think it's pretty strange that they haven't had that far. But in this exact clip we just showed, they have zero issue putting these nations at the heel of Western militaries to prove a point. That, we can be tough, but we can't be tough on the people that we need to be the toughest on.
See, but to the point, this is why I have an issue with what Cenk is saying, because Cenk knows, first of all, that the nations that we're attacking cannot defend themselves against a military like ours, number one. Number two, to Jimmy's point, why won't we go nut up and go to Russia or North Korea if we think they're so wicked and they're so much against, what we got going on, or they're so much against our ideology or us as a nation? Neither one of us is not, financially expedient for either one of us to engage in such activities, and that's why. But these smaller countries, what we want to do is we want to subvert them, because what we're doing is playing a bigger game with smaller nations to be able to control a certain area. So, perfect example, Russia has a pipeline that's running smack, that they've been building for years, running smack through the Middle East, and Trump was trying to shut that down. Now, here they go running roughshod again. China has built what they call the New Silk Road. They have their tentacles from their nation all the way into Indonesia and into Africa now. They are the biggest holder of U.S. stocks, U.S. dollars. Like, this is a bigger game than what we're playing. And America's playing the same imperialist game by going over attacking smaller nations. And Jimmy, if he had more time on this panel, he could have gotten into that. And that's really the subtext for why he's so passionate about this, and why he's not understanding that Cenk's advocating for bombing a free sovereign nation that has done zero to America at all.
And that's more to the point. And we can carry on with this idea, but I think it's more important for us to basically state something that happened. In 2015, the Young Turk were saying things that I don't think they readily believe now. Now, I don't know if Cenk has changed his position on this, but if he hadn't, there would be more recent context to this conversation. I think Jimmy is definitely reaching at the bottom of the barrel to kind of give weight to. I mean, hear me out. Let me finish.
Oh, I need to hear this.
He's ran into a lot of controversy in the recent future, and Jimmy's very open about his situation. But he needs to get those stories out of the news. He needs to get on the offensive, because a lot of his allies aren't backing him right now, and it's definitely showing. So I think he has to dig deep into the barrel of tricks to help people out.
I'm going to disagree. Jimmy has always been a person who's just said it like it is. He's been talking about these people for months because they came at him. He wasn't talking about them at all until they started talking about him and his friends. And it really wasn't him. They were too chicken to come at him directly because he's got a really huge platform and he knows them personally and he knows where to attack them.
And same goes for him. Same goes for him. And
yeah, they have, but again, they only have one thing. One thing. Hold on, player. Who is this person in the comment section?
Finish the topic. It's something else he's talking about.
Oh, okay. All right, man. Just making sure.
Easy, Tiger. Easy.
Hey, bro. I was like,
Streamlab is definitely on one though. I need to turn it down because he didn't even say anything bad. He said smart ass.
Yeah, and it didn't block the other thing that came in. But anyway, no. So for Jimmy, he's been talking about these people, but the whole situation with I mean, we're talking about something that probably most of our audience isn't aware of. But this is progressive politics, and basically a whole lot of progressive people on YouTube who have very large audiences kind of like moonwalked away from this dude when they've been using him to boost up their audience for a long time. And when he needed them to ride with him, they just kind of, slid off to the side because they were going where the ad dollars are. So that's a big problem. It's a real big problem.
And you could talk about ad dollars too, but like I always want people to understand, progressive politics have devolved from us talking about policies and how we're going to implement them to trying to figure out who's the most progressive. These are two people who claim to be progressive and seem to have a disagreement about certain aspects of their progressive field. While I don't see a reason to blow up
anybody. They're not both progressive.
I mean, that's also to the people point. You could talk about what's going to make someone progressive, but people's ideas on what makes them progressive isn't all knowing and all encompassing. There's certain progressives who are only interested in getting ideas about, like, say, healthcare. They don't have the idea or scope or range to understand foreign policy and military expertise. You have to be able to acknowledge that if you have a progressive stance in general, you should be more forthcoming and open to people who might not see your progressive angle, but are interested in progressive ideologies. That's all I'm saying. At one point, these people were joined together at the hip and they could talk about politics on a channel, and we already know that Jimmy didn't like being the second fiddle in that show. But to Jimmy's point,
but watching this clip makes me feel differently.
I mean that's anecdotal, but
I really think they had an ideological difference that was untenable and caused Jimmy to go off and do his own thing. That's really what it appears to me.
I know it. Hey, and I can see that, but also, what would have stopped Jimmy from then saying, "Hey, can I get my own segment? Can I get my own block to be able to talk about those things more in depth?"
How do we know that he didn't?
Ooh,
how do we know?
Counter. Well, you know what? And know what? We'll leave it to the Jimmy has to decide because we know you guys love Jimmy Dore and you guys are floundering at the opportunity to rub it in my face that I agreed with Jimmy Dore for a part of the century. But think about this critically when I say this now. Does Jimmy Dore point hold water today since these comments were made in 2015? Do we have a better understanding of the situation? And furthermore, is this the only thing that you disagree with? This is an 18-minute long video. I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of more topics at point, but we're going to go surface level here. Dig deep into the video and let us know what you think. But for everything in between, let us know what you think. Eric, where can they find us?
Right here on Twitch, man. Pull up. Yeah, listen, we got all these nations squabbling, but I'm gonna tell you, you need to come over to our favorite nation. That's donations. Make sure you go right down in that little box and give some to the country that always make sure they give some to you. Donation. This should be your favorite nation too. Right here on Twitch, man. If you don't really care for Twitch, how it looks and all that stuff, you can go over to our faithful side piece over there at YouTube. We still got love over there. Please do that. If not, man, go ahead and click that link tree We got so many places that we are. Anchor is paying us. So come on, Spotify, y'all showing love too. So man, we gonna make sure we tell y'all all the places that we are. IG, Twitch, and then TikTok as well. TikTok, Heero is TikTok famous. I'm telling you, please go over there and bless the TikTok Heero.
Hey, you guys take care of yourself, man. Make sure you stay good. I'm a man of my word. I kept my promise. I got you the code. Good luck to you. I hope everything works out. Maybe I will do a little bit of live streaming of the game after the show. But we're moving on to the best segment of the show. Nafi, are you better? Nafi,
But it's so hard to find through the daily grind. Been working